Welcome to our first ever podcast, aptly known as I've Ran Out of Things to Say. I'm Vincent, I'm here with my co-host, Cody.
Hi.
Cody, why don't you tell us about this podcast? What is I've Ran Out of Things to Say?
Well, it's a podcast about conventional art, gaming, film, tabletop games. We're going to talk about contemporary, technical, modern art, films, indie films, everything, every bit of nerd culture we're going to try to cover.
So if I'm getting you right, this podcast revolves around things we find interesting and things that other people have told us that turned out to be really cool funs. Such as games. Obviously, you already mentioned video games and tabletop games. So we covered that, and you're also talking about just a wide variety of games, right?
Yeah.
Well, you know what else we're going to do, Cody?
What's
We're going
that?
to cover the news and the stories behind them and the artists behind them. Because I think that would be a really good turn for us.
Yeah, it would.
And you know what else?
What's
We're going to
that?
get real nerdy.
Let's get super nerdy.
Oh, man. We're going to get so nerdy. So
We're going to get dirty nerdy.
Dirty nerdy. Oh, you heard it first.
You caught me riding nerdy.
So we're going to cover comics. Not just DC and Marvel. But we're gonna cover everything. We're going to cover the indies. We're going to cover the guy who's been passing them out on the street that I'm very worried about. I mean, that guy kind of freaks me out. But, you know, he's still an artist, so come on, we'll get all that. And we're also going to cover some graphic novels.
You talking about Cody? Cody?
Yeah, Cody, the guy I picked up to do this podcast.
Like, he's just been passing his art on? Nobody wants it.
He's like, take it. I need you to take it so I can say someone has it.
Yeah.
But you know what? You made some money off your art.
A little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. There you go. And you know what? Talking about your art and stuff, we're going to talk about hidden gems, too. Things that most people don't understand or find without doing some real digging. And I know that the internet is a big place, and people are super lazy with Pokemon Go. But we'll get there together, and we'll get you all lined up.
I'm a nerd. Do you play Pokemon Go?
Oh, hey man, hey. I got a level 35 Charizard. Oh, that's a very weak Charizard there, sir. Yeah, we know nerdy talk. I'm gonna keep talking nerdy to you.
I'm gonna keep talking so dirty.
You're gonna want my Pikachu. So, now that I've creeped you guys all out, we're gonna get back to a classy act. Mr. Cody, tell us a little bit more about the art that we're gonna be covering.
We're going to go back to the classics.
Ooh, classics.
Classic art. The ones that everybody likes to sit around and paint and recreate the wheel. I mean, nobody's ever painted Starry, Starry Night before. I mean...
Hey, guys, I drew this thing. It's called Starry, Starry Night. It's by Vincent Van Gogh. I don't know if you've ever heard of it, but it's a pretty big thing. And I painted it. And it doesn't look near as good. But, you know, it's my own rendition. Well, that's fine that it's your own rendition. But you know what? I have a whole art gallery full of the same things. Oh, spanking it there.
Yeah.
But you know what? We're gonna be classy about it, and we're gonna talk about the technical, the modern, the contemporary, and the art that has been created by multiple people. You know, we'll talk about Vincent Van Gogh a little bit, but you know what? We're not just gonna talk about like just paintings and drawings.
No.
We're gonna talk about filmmakers, and we're gonna talk about digital artists, and we're going to talk about like everything, even some writers. Because you know what? Writing is a good art form as well.
It's a fantastic art form.
Exactly, and that's how we get most of our comics. I mean, come on now. Cody,
how would we write the script without writing?
Well, I mean, we could just make it up like we're doing. Fourth wall break there, guys. Speaking of fourth walls in comics, Mr. Marvel guy over there, he found a very interesting article. You want to tell me what's going on with
Howie? Good old
Howie the Duck?
Howie. Howard the Duck. He is a kooky guy. I discovered him at a very, very young age.
Was it him that you discovered, or did you discover yourself?
I discovered No, that was Kim Cattrall.
Oh.
But
so Leah Thompson didn't do it for you?
nah, well, she was pretty dope, so I was like, I gotta watch this movie.
Alright. So what was the article that you were reading?
It was about how they were bringing it back. They booted it back up in 2015, and they're on like issue 9 or 10, I don't know, somewhere around there. I was reading an article about
It's the double digits.
issue 9. It was about, they actually had her in there, like.
Oh, so they brought her back to kind of tie her into the story.
And they drew her in there, and like,
nice.
That's why it caught my eye. Like, I was like, what?
You were like, oh, is that Leah Thompson?
I was like, what are they doing?
Like, oh, he's still my heart.
And, it struck me, it pulled me in because it started talking about how in the movie where she was on his planet at one point in time, he crash landed on Earth, fighting the Mojo and this and that and whatever, the movie, if you've seen the movie.
Of course. Good old 90s movies for us.
But just the whole premise of him longing for her, his passion for her, whatever, he's coming back and they're bringing it back now. And it's like shortly after college, I'm finally like
getting back into
comics and, digging for the things that I was passionate about to try and do something. You know what I mean?
Well, a funny thing that, the only real Marvel's books I read are like X-Men, X-Force, Deadpool. God, I love Deadpool. And before the movie. I mean, the movie was great, but, everybody loves Deadpool now. So it's like, But here's the thing. I read a comic not too long ago, and it's part of the Death of Deadpool storyline, and it's when Deadpool gets the Infinity Gauntlet. You know what the Infinity Gauntlet is. Yeah. It's a gauntlet of all power.
Yeah.
So Deadpool decides he wants to roast the whole Marvel universe. So he gets to the place where he's going to roast him, and Howard the Duck is sitting out there. And with him sitting out there, he goes, oh no, this is a roast for you. And he goes, oh, well, that's weird. But he goes with it, And he goes through this whole thing, everybody's telling jokes and making fun of him and everything, and it's hilarious, it's really good. He gets to a point where he stands up and he's giving the final speech, and he freezes everybody. And he goes, and he steps off the stage, and he gets up to the fourth wall, and he goes, I'm here because you created me. You wanted someone this chaotic. You wanted someone who broke the wall and talked to you. My existence here is just a lie. Nobody else in this universe understands that, but I do.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, exactly. that's the whole thing, man. You don't exist. You're a fictitious model. But,
I'm glad you could do that for me.
Well, you're welcome, man. I want to make sure that the universe stayed created. Speaking of that, when he steps out, he sees Howard the Duck, and Howard the Duck is talking to him.
Yeah.
Shouldn't be happening.
This shouldn't be happening right now.
Exactly. Now, see, we're breaking fifth walls here.
Breaking fifth, and sixth, and seventh, and eighth walls.
The dreaded fifth dimension. And this is where it gets really convoluted, because you know what? Deadpool goes, well, why didn't you freeze? And Howard the Duck says, I was you way before you were, and now you're me. And
actually, then, I was you before you were, and now you're me.
Oh man, he's getting illogical here. Someone call Spock. Oh man, let's get real nerdy there. But that was a crazy storyline. And speaking of crazy storylines, I'm going to steal the spotlight back to DC. I was telling you this a couple days ago. You didn't know about this, but you and I were talking about the Killing Joke movie that's coming out. And that's been getting some bad reviews. But you know what? I read the comic when I was a kid. And Batman's never really been a PG movie. It's always been kind of, PG movie. PG freaking comic. It hasn't been PG really at all. They cover topics. He doesn't kill anybody, so to speak, but we'll cover that later about if he does or doesn't. It's that whole moral code and stuff. And even like the villains, they killed like non-binary people, and that's just how it was. And it's crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And it's just, then you read The Killing Joke, and it gets dark. I mean, Joker's always been dark. He's always been a dark character. But this went into territory that made people...
Does a bear shit in the woods?
Man.
Joker's been dark?
Yeah, but this takes it to a whole nother level.
No,
I mean, like, obviously the later in years it gets, the more darker Joker's been.
Oh, yeah.
But he's been just reading this comic, and you have to see the movie. I'm challenging you now. You have to see it before the next podcast.
I will.
So, here's the thing. Joker does something to Batgirl in that movie. I'm not going to spoil it. You know, the comic book's been out for years, but, you know, we got a whole new audience.
Mm.
Let's just say it involved Batgirl and her family and just how Batman feels like a failure.
Mm.
So, I mean, that's definitely a watch. And I know I'm rambling on about Batman and everything, but I'm so excited about what's been happening lately.
You love bats.
I love the bats, man. I love the bats. You know what? I am Batman. To kind of get more, like, realistic on it, there's another movie that came out.
Yeah.
Doesn't really involve Batman. He makes a cameo in it.
Yeah.
But you and I were talking about it, and I love this idea.
It's a big pedestal for
Oh.
good old Jared.
No. He's talking Jared Leto. Hey, did you guys hear about his newest role? He plays a psychotic guy who's trying to be an actor, trying to play the Joker.
Giving gifts to everyone.
Oh yeah. Hey guys, my name's Jared Leto.
I'm trying to get into my role.
I'm really going to become the Joker, and I'm gonna send you a pig's head. You'll like that. You'll like that a lot. It's crazy. But we're talking about Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
Which really doesn't focus on the Joker that much. Who's it focus on, Cody?
The whole squad.
Oh. That's how you can tell he doesn't know. But
No, I haven't seen the movie yet. I'm stuck back in the day. Like, I've been out of the game for a while. Like, I've picked up...
Game done change on it.
I know. Like, I picked up Haunt. Like, the first 12 issues of Haunt. And a couple random overseas books.
Oh boy. I have a story to tell you then. So. So picture this, Cody. Suicide Squad.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? You know who it's comprised of? Harley Quinn.
Oh, yeah.
Deadshot.
Oh, damn.
El Diablo. Guess what else I got in it? You know what? It's the best character ever. He's one of Flash's rogues. Captain Boomerang.
Oh.
See how I looped it back there? Oh, I'm making a punch boomerangs. Okay, I'm done with that kind of segment there. But no, it's going to be a really great movie. I've heard a lot of bad reviews, but a lot of these people who watch these movies, they either are so hardcore to the original comic or so new to the idea of it that they don't understand the concept of it. Mm. And I think you were telling me about Jared Leto's complaint about the movie. Jared Leto's complaint.
Yeah, I don't know if it was a complaint, but it was a statement that they got an hour and a half, bro, of unreleased footage of just the Joker, bro. Dude, I'm the Joker. Did you know that?
Well, thank you for coming in, Jared Leto. Can you tell me a little bit more about yourself as the Joker?
I'm the Joker, dude.
What do you do as the Joker?
I give gifts to people.
Really? Are they nice, expensive gifts?
No, they're crazy gifts, dude. I've been up for 4 days.
4 days, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Joker, did you pee in those cups and send them to me? Is that what you're trying to get me to drink right now, Joker? Are you trying to get me to drink pee?
No, but like...
All allegations. Allegedly.
Like, we've lived through MC Hammer Pants and blah 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 and...
Blah 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 blah. I love blah 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 blah.
And like, all this other crap.
Are you talking about
Jack Nicholson...
as a Joker?
Yeah, the best Joker. And I have to give a slight applause to that because it's the best Joker ever because he was in One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, The Shining, endless catalog of amazing movies, and Heath Ledger, which was a close second. I mean, he was the second, but...
Hey, Cody. You want to know how I got these scars? The makeup department.
Why? Why so serious, dude?
Because I have to be serious.
But in all honesty, you know, he really got into his part. And there's a difference between method actors and method actors. I'm sorry. I'll retract that. Allegedly. But, I mean, it really, some of these guys, some of these new, you know, actors, they get way too into the mental state of it. I mean, for God's sakes, we've had actors for years, and they really covered the things. But you know what? They didn't go all cuckoo banana pants.
Yeah, no,
You know, they didn't
get
jump
like
in the MC
obsessive about it.
Yeah,
like,
exactly. I mean, like, I still like the idea of Suicide Squad, though. But, you mentioned the greatest Joker ever.
Mark Hamill?
No, you said Jack Nicholson.
Yeah.
He's the greatest live action.
Live action.
But you can't stop the Hamill.
No, you can't. The Hammer's, he's fucking ham. He's ham, dude.
Yeah, he's a ham.
He goes ham.
He goes ham and he never comes back. But you know what? He's been doing the Joker longer than anybody else, and you know what happened? He's perfectly fine.
Yep, he is.
Yeah. You know why? Because he's also Luke Skywalker.
He's a Jedi, dude.
Yeah, he's a Jedi Master now.
He's
also
the one.
the Joker. You know, he's the bipolar guy.
Yeah.
Oh, and I love his laugh. I mean, if I had a soundbite of his laugh, I would play it right now.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not even gonna try to imitate that. I'll give you crappy voices for guys up close to the mic, but no, not the Hamill.
No.
But you know, you were going back to the Suicide Squad, and you were saying there was at least an hour and a half of footage that wasn't used of the Joker.
Yeah, he's like, they could pretty much make.
Hey, Jared, this movie's called Suicide Squad. I don't know if you know this.
Don't get me wrong. Like, Jared Leto's, he's cool. But, like...
Oh, yeah, it's all here.
I mean, it's not... Like, take it with a grain of salt, Jared. I mean, but you're getting pretty excited about the Joker, which is good that you're enthusiastic.
I think he might have went too crazy, so I don't know if they'll use him again. So that's the problem. He's got to be careful, because you go too crazy...
Yeah.
You'll never go back.
No.
And then they won't use you.
Heath Ledger. Like, not gonna be in any movies too soon.
Too soon.
No, it's not too soon. It's in like 10 years.
Too soon. It'll always be too soon for me.
Oh, God.
Oh, man. I love them in all those teen heartthrob movies.
The 10 things you hate about me, or what?
Yes.
Yeah.
You really got me going there. Oh, man. But, I mean... It's one of those things. I think we've gotten a little too nerdy. I think we need to pull it back. Because you know what? We talked about the filmmaking of it. And you know what? Part of that filmmaking, there's a lot of special effects in there. Mm-hmm. And I think you covered it best when you were talking about digital effects compared to traditional.
Yeah.
And I know that you're more into the actual art style of drawing and editing and that style, not so much the filmmaking side. But since we're on the topic... digital versus traditional. What are your thoughts on it?
There's a lot of people that are very elitist about traditional art, and there's a lot of people that are elitist about all art. And I mean, there's elitists in every
genre.
Every genre, but like a lot of the traditional elitists get all snubby about digital, and it's kind of like, well, you have to have a good foundation in traditional.
Unless you're probably...
You should do traditional before you do digital. Oh, yes, absolutely, 100%, yeah. But to question, I don't know. It's weird. Like, it's not a substitute, yeah, I personally don't think it is a substitute. I don't treat it as a substitute. But, like, I do, not just me, there's people that do both, equally, draw a little bit here and there each day, and then go home, you got a good thumbnail, a few good thumbnails, from the day, take it home, slap that shit in the computer, blow it up, and draw stuff on it, like over your thumbnails. Boom, there you go, right there. No cleanup, no nothing. Or people also do something digitally, print it out, blow it up, and then do their inking and their pencils like that too. I mean, you can do everything. You can do anything.
Yeah, it's interchangeable, isn't it?
Yeah, like, you can do so much more, like, so many more things now with digital art being available, more available than it was 10 years ago.
Well, I think you were telling us, like, one of the biggest pros with traditional is, it'll always have more value.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. Like, you take it to an auction, yeah, like, auction stuff, art shows, like, it's awesome. Like,
See,
traditional is amazing.
I kind of disagree there, only because of the fact of, yeah, it has more value for a single piece.
Yeah.
But if you mass produce enough of a good piece of digital art,
sell it to some AAA, like, big boy, like...
Exactly. You're going to make as much buku buck,
18,
if not more.
Like, that's the 18 now.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, traditional art will always have the niche in, like, private market.
Yeah, exactly, like the small private
Well, even the big private, too. But if you're doing more commercial work, definitely digital has been the way to go for a few years. And, again, you and I both have graphic design degrees.
Yeah.
You know, and we both dabble with 3D design and stuff, and that's another big art form. I mean, it's still digital, but it's kind of its own beast now. And I really think that I've done a lot of work with the 3D digital, that it's just been a lot better for me. But that's because of the fact that I'm not a traditionalist.
Yeah.
And, you know, I have skipped a lot of the basics, and some of my art has really suffered for it.
Yeah.
So I can see where you're coming from with the traditional values in arts. And you were talking about, since we're kind of in a bit of an impasse here, you were also telling me about the War of Art.
Yeah.
Can you enlighten me on this? I never read it.
The War of Art. It's not The Art of War by Sun Tzu. It's another book, kind of about the same thing, just told in a different format. It's like pretty much the same thing. Like, it's just a book about motivating yourself and the battle with not procrastinating and feeling good about your art and just everything in general. It's just a big book of hugs.
A big book of hugs, huh?
Like a big book of like trying to get you motivated to, like, don't worry that somebody says, you know,
not right or not the right thing.
You need to work on this, you need to work on that. Or be motivated. The dude that wrote it, like, he's a writer? I mean, of course he's a writer, but...
He's also an artist,
like, too. Yeah, but I think his main beef was writing. And dude, like, says it right at the beginning of the book. He's like, I wake up every day and tell myself and blah, 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 and he pukes in the toilet every morning. Yeah. Like, I don't know. Weird.
But you read this back in college.
Well, yeah, kind of shortly after. Like, during...
I've never read this book. Part of my challenge is I'm going to pick this book up and read it. Obviously, probably not in the time frame of by the next podcast. But I'm going to read the whole thing, and I'm going to come back with a synapse of my own on this. And kind of see where Cody gets some of his inspiration and some of his motivation, because I am a grade A slacker. Yeah. And that's how I like to be.
I am too.
And you were telling me that this book can and will help me.
Yeah,
and give me a chance. And you asked me, you know, give it a chance to read it, and I'm taking that challenge. Yeah. You know? But, you know, getting back to digital art and 3D art, I'd like to bring up a very, very touching subject.
Ooh.
Yeah, are you getting a little gravitational there?
Yeah. About to fly off from my spaceship, dude.
Oh. I think I can keep you grounded here with No Man's Sky.
Oh.
So, you haven't got it yet because it's not out for PC yet. It came out today, actually, as of the podcast.
PC is terrible, so...
Yeah, because I'm keeping you held hostage here as, I'm getting on PS4 and it's already been out, so... Yeah! So, oh no, you hear it? It's the Kraken.
It's the Kraken. Release the Kraken!
He's looking at us.
It's the cat.
It's the cat. We've renamed him the Kraken.
It's the Kraken.
It's the Kraken. God, you Kraken.
Podcast cat.
Yeah, look at him. He's like, I want to be part of this.
He's gonna be on the title card.
Yeah, he's going to be definitely on a title card. You know what else? Hey, Cody, tell him about something you played today.
Oh, I played Overwatch for the first time. It was pretty amazing.
Kind of means like League of Legends.
League of Legends, Smite.
Yeah.
But not a MOBA. It's like.
But the character selection is like a bunch of different abilities and skills.
Yeah. That's pretty cool.
I think I showed you one that you really liked. Widowmaker?
Widowmaker, the chick with the sniper rifle?
Yep, that's the sniper chick. He got to play a whole 10 minutes of the game. I put him through training.
Oh yeah.
Training
took a minute. It was awesome.
Yeah, exactly.
Not even close.
Oh man, but Overwatch is a great game, and right now they're doing, because of the Olympics, they're doing a whole Rio Olympics theme.
Mm-hmm.
They've got a bunch of different game types and everything, and it's a bunch of different skins and everything. And I know that Cody's super excited because of the fact of he really wants to get this game, and he never got to even try it. I'm really serious about this. Cody is a big fan of Overwatch just from seeing that game.
Well, I've been.
Exactly.
I've wanted to get it for.
And I know we were plugging Overwatch and Blizzard, but it's time to get serious about some local people. So Cody,
what?
You and we met again at Metropolis Comics.
Yeah.
And hometown comic book store for people who don't know.
Yeah.
People listen locally. You'll know Steve.
Yeah.
Salt of the Earth, hell of a character, you know. We both went down there when we were kids.
Mm.
And I'll tell you this much, when we first went down there as kids, this is back when Steve had just started running it for our recollection.
Yeah.
He was running it way before we were born.
Yeah.
But
probably shortly before.
Oh yeah, you're a little older than me. You're just a few years older than me, you know. But the first time I ever went down there, like I said, great guy. He gave me my first comic book. It was a Batman comic. Mm-hmm.
X-Men 96.
Oh, yeah, he had X-Men
Classics.
Me, I had Detective Comics, and I have to pull it back out. Because of the fact that I got it in my storage, sealed up, because it was the first comic I ever had.
Mm.
And it started me down a very long path.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. It kind of shaped who I was.
Yeah.
And, basically, D&D and miniature games.
Mm-hmm.
You know, obviously, they got a couple other ones, you know.
Mm-hmm.
We could play some Trouble. We could play some Trouble.
Yeah, some Trouble.
But,
it's fun getting into trouble.
Oh, yeah, see? Look at that. You plug it in. Since this is going on, and since a lot of people are from this area or probably listen to this podcast, a lot of them are nerds like us.
Oh, yeah.
Metropolis Comics is doing a bit of a sale. So if you need some figs and you can't get them, you know, if you need some miniatures for going over and playing some D&D.
Doing a restock.
Yeah, he's doing a restock. And we're gonna plug him right here. So you're gonna hear some weird noises coming up. Cause I think it's time, Cody.
Time to plug the locals.
Why didn't you tell me that sounded so bad in training?
Oh
God. I thought you were supposed to be like the Jedi Master.
Jedi Master?
Jedi Master. You know, like Mark Hamill. We talked about Mark Hamill and him being the Joker. Come on now. So you're going to hear me pulling this up because I'm going to bring up Metropolis Comics. And for you people who aren't aware of where it's located, it's on, where is it, Cody?
First Street.
First Street in LaSalle, right? And that's in Illinois.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they're doing a nice little thing called Game Day Restock.
Mm-hmm.
Alright? And I'm just going to read this out to you because of the fact of Steve is a bit of a guy with words. So, going to Game Day, more restocking of the essentials. More dice restocks, Gemini and Speckle, new dice, Chessex. Oh, Chessex. Do you know what Chessex is?
Chessex, Ghostly, and Glitter. Megamax, Munchkin.
Oh, I love some Munchkin.
That's a good game.
Oh, man. And he's got some expansions, including Cthulhu.
Ooh, nice.
Mm-hmm. Restocked on Bonies, Assassins, Barbarians, Bards, Clerics,
Demons,
Dragonman Druids,
Dwarfs, Elementals, Elves,
Iroottsp.
Familiars, ghouls, gnomes,
The halfling horde.
halfling, hellborn, horrors, humans, mages, NPCs.
Yeah,
orcs.
NPCs.
I know.
The bartender and the blacksmith. He's got the bartender and the blacksmith.
Orcs, paladins, rangers, rogues, shadows, shaggoths, skeletons, sorceresses, wargs, warlock, werewolves, and wizards.
Oh!
And zealots. I mean, he's used every letter of the alphabet.
Yeah, but you know what you forgot?
Oh, and gelatinous cube.
Yeah. Plus, Magic the Gathering cards. And supplies featuring, Legionnaires. Uh-oh. Not the TARDIS. Deck boxes and sleeves. So, it's obviously a blue police box that, can't travel through time and space, so no wibbly wobblies. But, go check out Metropolis Comics, guys. Great place. Tell Steve that Vincent sent you.
Or say, not the TARDIS.
Oh yeah, say not the TARDIS to him. And you know what? I bet you he'll hook you up.
He'll hook you up.
Yeah, you bet you he will. But you know what, man? I think I've ran out of things to say.
Yeah, I think I ran out of things to say too.
So, guys, tune in next week, and we'll have another little conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have a good night, guys. And,
Good night.